Welcome to A to Z Summary YouTube channel. Here is a detailed analysis and summary of the novel Matilda by Roald Dahl. Before proceeding further, I request you to please subscribe our channel and like the video. Also comment your favorite books and novel so that I can provide summary for it. Now let's start with the summary. The characters in the novel are The themes of the novel are Matilda by Roald Dahl is a charming children's novel that tells the story of a brilliant and kind-hearted girl named Matilda Wormwood. Matilda is born into a family that doesn't appreciate her intelligence, but she discovers her love for books and learning at a young age. She also discovers she has telekinetic powers, which she uses to stand up against the oppressive adults in her life. The novel revolves around Matilda's adventures at school, where she befriends her kind teacher Miss Honey and faces the tyrannical headmistress Miss Trunchbull. Matilda's resilience, cleverness, and kindness help her overcome the challenges she faces. Dahl weaves humor and whimsy into the narrative, making it an engaging read for both children and adults. The story encourages readers to embrace their uniqueness, stand up against injustice, and find strength in their intelligence and kindness. The story of Matilda begins with the birth of Matilda Wormwood, an extraordinary child born to Mr. and Mrs. Wormwood. Matilda is not an ordinary child. She is exceptionally intelligent and possesses a love for reading that surpasses her age. However, her parents are far from understanding and nurturing, as they are more concerned with their own selfish desires. Matilda's parents are depicted as ignorant and neglectful, with Mr. Wormwood being a dishonest used car salesman and Mrs. Wormwood obsessed with her looks in bingo. Matilda's early childhood is marked by loneliness and a lack of parental affection, leading her to seek solace in books from an early age. As Matilda grows older, she discovers her telekinetic abilities, the power to move objects with her mind. These extraordinary powers emerge as a response to the challenges and injustices she faces in her daily life. For instance, when her father tears up her library book, Matilda unknowingly unleashes her telekinetic power, sending the pieces of the book swirling around the room. Matilda's realization of her unique gift sparks a sense of empowerment within her. Despite her challenging home environment, Matilda finds solace and strength in her books and newfound abilities. At the age of 5.5, Matilda starts attending Cruncham Hall Primary School, where she encounters the intimidating headmistress, Miss Trunchbull. The school is far from being a nurturing environment, and Miss Trunchbull is a tyrannical figure who terrorizes both students and teachers. Matilda befriends her kind and understanding teacher, Miss Honey, who becomes a source of inspiration and support. Matilda's intelligence becomes evident at school, and she quickly advances through the grades. However, Miss Trunchbull is skeptical of Matilda's abilities, leading to various conflicts between the two. The relationship between Matilda and Miss Honey deepens as Matilda's powers become more apparent. Miss Honey, who is living in poverty and struggling to break free from the clutches of her oppressive Aunt Trunchbull, becomes a motherly figure to Matilda. Matilda learns about Miss Honey's difficult past, discovering that Miss Honey's childhood was marred by cruelty and neglect at the hands of her aunt. Matilda becomes determined to help Miss Honey and stand up against the injustices they face together. Matilda's growing frustration with Miss Trunchbull's tyranny reaches a breaking point. She decides to use her telekinetic powers to play pranks on the dreadful headmistress. Matilda's mischief creates chaos and confusion, leading the students and teachers to believe that the school is haunted. Miss Trunchbull becomes increasingly paranoid, convinced that the school is under supernatural attack. Matilda, along with her classmates and Miss Honey, revels in the mischief, finding a way to bring some justice and joy to their lives. As Matilda's powers continue to evolve, she decides to confront Miss Trunchbull directly. In a tense and dramatic showdown, Matilda uses her telekinetic abilities to expose Miss Trunchbull's cruel deeds and bring justice to the school. Miss Trunchbull's reign of terror comes to an end as the truth about her mistreatment of Miss Honey and her embezzlement of the school's funds is revealed. The students and teachers celebrate Matilda as a hero, and Miss Honey finally breaks free from her oppressive past. With Miss Trunchbull out of the picture, Matilda's life takes a positive turn. Miss Honey legally adopts Matilda, providing her with the loving and nurturing home she deserves. Matilda's parents, who remain oblivious to her abilities and accomplishments, are more than willing to let her live with Miss Honey. The novel concludes with Matilda embracing her bright future, surrounded by people who appreciate and cherish her unique talents. The story serves as a celebration of intelligence, resilience, and the triumph of good over evil, leaving readers with a sense of hope and inspiration. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more bookish content.